Hi Cancer, this is your mid-March reading. I'm Mystica Venice and welcome to my channel. Let's get right into it, shall we? I'm going to start with Oracle message from the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see what themes are coming up for you this month, this mid-March here, and see what's going on. I hope everything's been well for you and been getting a lot of rest during this time. Ooh, what's that? Thank you. Gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. So, this is about showing gratitude and appreciation for, your material items like your sustenance, as well as your friends and the people around you and your pets and loved ones and all of this. Because uh, the universe responds to, it's sort of like, if you show gratitude, you're going to attract more abundance into your life. So by showing gratitude, you show that this is how you would like your life to be. And that reflects back to you. That's a really beautiful card. So I feel like you have something to be grateful for, or that you have some good things happening in your life right now. And okay, let's see what the cards say. Let's start with the holographic tarot. And what card most represents Cancer at this time? What card most represents Cancer at this time? Oh, okay, let me see. Oh, this is a heartbreak card. So, this may be something about having gratitude for the lesson or the relationship or something like that, even though it is going through a hard time or possibly over. To me, this says that like you have gone through a lot in your life and you're probably guarded, and even though you're healing, you still have a long way to heal, and maybe that's also what this gratitude is about. Like you are learning to heal and learning there's more out there than what you've been receiving. Um, you've been very strong and resilient, and you've had to do a lot of this on your own, right? And it's not been easy, but you are here and you are standing here and you are, uh, like ready, and you want to be a part of this world and community. You may have been spending a lot of time by yourself before this when it was really hurting more, but you're starting to like come out of your shell and see what is life like after heartbreak. That can include grief if it's not a relationship, or the loss of a furry friend. There's a lot of ways that this can translate. Um, but this is just like different pains that you have had that have like wounded your heart, right? So that's the place you're coming from right now. I'm going to give this a shuffle and see what's going on for you at the beginning of March. All right. Splitting the deck into 3 pieces. Okay. So at the beginning of the month, you like set to make practical, concrete plans, to figure out what it is that you want in your future and to make the plans to go towards it. Um, you may not even had a chance to like really be thinking about what you wanted before this because um, you were thinking of the needs of other people, and then you were just thinking about healing your heart. So this could be something you have not done in a long time, making plans for the future, developing new passions, um, like excitement about the future. Like you're looking forward to it, looking forward to the future now, which that's amazing. And you've got the Knight of Swords, so you are like headed right to it. You know, you may also be learning about some new field as the Knight of Swords. The Swords rules intellect and ideas, perspectives. So you could be taking action towards educating yourself in some field, or you could be taking action to communicate something. This is all at the start of the month. The Emperor in reverse. You may have been trying to communicate with somebody that you were like, you had something to communicate with somebody about these plans for your future, and you're putting people on notice that you're not going to be devalued anybody anymore, and you know who you are. You're not going to let anybody devalue you, because you're the Empress, and you are like the creator, you know, the womb of the earth, and like you are have you you're not going to be around people that don't nurture you, and subtract from your worth. You know, it's like you want to just want people to be nice to you, right? Just want people to be nice to you. And so let's see what else. Yeah, it's testing your patience, but you know that you're divinely protected, and that you have, you know, your ancestors or your spirit team are looking out for you. Page of Cups. You know, it's the beginning of a new emotion. Like, if somebody's going to come at you, they can't come at you like a page. You can't come at an Empress like a page. You know, that's not going to work for you. You're not looking for a page. Um, but, you know, this could be somebody new or somebody trying to apologize to you. Yeah, it's somebody trying to apologize. The scales of justice are coming into balance, but they're coming in as a page because they're not at your level. Okay, so let's see what is in this current position. Oh, let's see what the universe has to say about this. What is this situation? Tell me more about this. You need to find messages to add to this beginning of March situation. Aquarius. This could have started happening, and a Pisces. You got two. Somebody here could be an Aquarius or a Pisces, or it could be, you know, it started in Aquarius season, and then now it's finishing up in Pisces season. There's been a lot of Aquarius and Pisces energy. Also, it's just watery energy, so it's like very moody and dreamy. You know, you could have just been like in the feels, you know, really feeling your feelings. Let's see, we got one more. Ah, you know, it's a wish fulfillment to be out of this situation. And whatever this karmic reward is from the justice is going to be a wish fulfillment, um, towards feeling, you know, towards turning this Empress upside down and feeling like you know who you are. Like, you know, you are just, you know. So if you don't know what this wish is, if you don't have a wish in place, because this is coming up in your beginning of March, recent past, so this could be still present. So if you don't know what this wishes that you're going to make, it's time to start figuring out what it is that you want to wish for here, you know, because you have the chance to go really, really far in this direction that you're going in. And, you know, luck is on your side here, so really think long and hard. If you're not sure what to wish for, that it's time to think about that. And this is also just one cup away from being emotionally fulfilled. So it's like you've worked really hard to become emotionally mature and balanced, and like, you know, possibly even like, you know, therapy, or, you know, counseling, something like where you're really like, you had done like the work to become emotionally more well balanced, and it's really starting to work in your favor. even though this person is not coming with you, channeled messages are found in the darndest places. Yeah, I think this goes with temperance and the Empress. It's like the divine is trying to send you messages, right? And it kind of seems like maybe you are feeling like this could be a coincidence when you're like actually receiving um, divine downloads from the universe. So this, you know, so the next time you have a coincidence, maybe think about it a little longer and think about what that could mean for you, just in case. That way you're not missing any of these messages that could be coming up for you. Um, as we go into the age of Aquarius, people are getting more sensitive. And, it's for everybody. It's not just for some people, right? So what else do we have in the current position? You have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's the beginning of a new period of stability, right? Obviously, this has been a little tumultuous over here. So beginning of a new stage of stability. It can be financial or material or even your health. Um, you're not wallowing in the past over this situation. Like you're ready to put this behind you. It feels like you may have been going through this part of the breakup for a while here, and now you're not going to wallow in the past anymore. That could be helping your health, and your mental health as far as like your stress and like rethinking, playing out old situations and things like that in your head, and how could I have I done it differently or this or that, memories. So you're releasing these old memories here this month. And you are starting to like really recover. You're allowing yourself the rest in R&R, where it feels like you may have been a little more frantic in this other, towards the past new year. Things that I can't give you an exact timeline, but now you have time to rest and relax and really recover from this emotional upheaval, right? This came in reverse, but the world is never a bad thing. It's a beginnings and endings, so upside down is still beginnings and endings, but it's about celebrating, like achieving something, a cycle in life, like it's a milestone achievement, but it's like you also didn't get the chance to celebrate this achievement. Although you may feel really relieved and happy, and you're doing something good for yourself, it just didn't come with like a celebratory aspect to it. But know that you've achieved something. You really have. Here, you've overcome a lot, and you've done soul searching. Like this is taking you on a spiritual path. To find something like maybe what you want isn't the same cups as what other people want, and this may be enough for other people, but you are walking away from this because these cups no longer serve you. And you're in search of what does, what lights you up. There's also, this card is the only card with an eclipse on it, and that suggests sudden change, which is in line with this breakup here, or this heart pain, this upheaval that you've had with it. Well, definitely in a relationship, but either with one person or persons, or, like I said, it could be recovering from the loss of a pet, too. So this has brought you some soul searching, because now you've had time to really think about it and get your head on straight, and you're walking away from, you're walking in towards something else. You're walking away from like overthinking these sad memories, and you're walking towards something that's really uplifting you and will really light you up. Page of Swords came in reverse. Um, you know, Page of Swords is like a fickle fellow, and it's about changing your mind as you learn new stuff, as you get new information. Changing your mind or standing your ground, however this fits for you. You know, um, you may have a lot of information coming in from different people about this situation. and it's like urging you not to listen to gossip and stuff like that. Don't be swayed by like petty gossip is what's coming in here. And you have, you have the Two Cups in reverse. So it tells me like, yeah, don't listen to petty gossip. Like, you may have had a breakup with this person, but it's not, you don't want to do that either. Like, things just outlive their usefulness, and that includes relationships, right? And so you don't want to like besmirch anybody's name just because, um, like this person calls you and it's like, hey, guess what I heard? Duh, 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 duh. Like, that is just not the direction you want to go in, right? Like, you're going on a spiritual journey. Even though you couldn't celebrate this end of this relationship, or maybe it didn't reach the milestone that you were hoping for, like a marriage or something, but, um, keep your composure and your self-respect in situations like this, and it'll take you a lot further. Okay, so what do we see here? Oh, I guess I could see what the universe has to say about that. Um, you are protected. Scorpio's coming in. Alright. Past lives. This might have been karmic retribution that you've now paid this past life karma. So now, that's one debt is settled. ESP, you may have experienced heightened awareness and senses flares when it comes to this person. That could be part of your connection, because maybe you haven't felt that with somebody else. Career and finance. Focus on career and finance at this time in order to direct your energy somewhere that's going to be constructive. Anything else here from the universe? Big changes. Yeah, duh, we know, universe. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we have coming up in the end of March, beginning of April. Okay, Ace of Cups. Like, yeah, you finally find peace, and you're happy and you're emotionally, like your cup is running over with happy emotions here. It's like happy tears. You finally have found some much needed peace. That's why you have this one. Like, you needed the rest. You found it. And that's why there's a dove here bringing it in for you. It's like a gift handed from the universe. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're going to be feeling this, like this void of a person in your life. This kind of, you're going to miss this person even if you don't want them around, right? Like, life feels different, right? Yeah, it's like you were resilient and you held up your ground, but these walls that you've built up no longer serve you. Like, these uh, chips on your shoulder are no longer charming, and it's like something you're gonna have to soften yourself in order to make new connections in the future. Um, and you got the Six of Swords here. And the Six of Swords, it's like you're walking away. It was in reverse, so it's like now it's like you're like at the calmer shore already. Um, you've moved on from this choppier water to this calmer shore. And so it's time to like put down these old wounds and leave it behind you. And really stand in who you are now. I think that's what this is talking about. is that like you'll have moments of feeling like really clear and good, and then you'll still have moments where you're like nostalgic and remembering, and it takes a minute. It's not like it happens right away that you just like forget thinking about um, people that, may leave your life. Yeah, but you're the Queen of Wands here, and you're intuitive, you're fiery, you're passionate, and so like I think that this person was just not compatible. They're watery, they're emotional, you're more zesty, you have a lot of intuition, um, and courage, joy, optimism. Like this is like that. They say that the Queen of Wands is the most fun queen out of all of them, and also that she's the most witchy. She's the one with the cat and the intuition. She's actually that's the only cat in the whole deck. There's lions, but that's the only cat, and it's a black cat, so she has it. See anything else here? Don't worry about. You're gonna have a lot of choices coming up, and like, don't worry about. You just like go through and don't get overexcited about this, you know. Um, let yourself live a little, and what you don't see coming, the chariot, you could actually move. Um, and if you're not like physically moving, you could feel like you're in a completely different place, like by a year from now, like your life won't look the same. So this is very exciting. There's really big things coming in for you. Let me do one more oracle message here. This is from the star codes, and see if we have any closing out messages from the universe here. Healing. Chiron, the wounded healer. Yeah. And that is all what this message is about. So it's saying like this is like a cycle of life. It's about, here it's represented by a snake, and like I think there's two snakes here. But snakes have to shed their skin and then come back out like more like a more potent version of themselves. In this one, it's like this. It's one snake. It's sort of like wrestling its dark and its light side, and for the healing. It's like kind of wrapped up in a knot around this magical staff with a crystal ball on it. So yeah. Thank you and healing. Uh, you've come a long way, and you really need to just pat yourself on the back for all the work you've done. Like emotional work, it's really difficult. When you get through it, then you feel lighter. And a lot of these things, like in the future, these are things that won't bother you anymore, that you won't be triggered by anymore, because you've been through it and you've grown stronger, and like you can't be hoodwinked by this like particular type of manipulation again, or whatever it was in this relationship that had to end. So congratulations, pat yourself on the back, and if you made it this far, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. All right, thank you so much, and see you on the next one.